Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku had Cloud's powers. This is part 16. In the last part, Izuku fought against Cecil, and Cecil ended up winning the sports festival. But the two of them gave it everything they got, showing how strong both of them are. However, nearing the end, both Tifa and Ochako basically, confessed their feelings for, Izuku, right? And as both of them pine for his affections, with Izuku not knowing what to do. But with that said, let's get into this. Right after that confession, Izuku basically made it all the way to the award ceremony. Since he was the second place holder, he takes great pride in it. However, as for third place, Tifa and Bakugo share the same spot, as Bakugo isn't really thrilled and is kind of chained up anyway. Tifa feels kind of, nervous being around chained up Bakugo, but decides if he annoys her, he's just gonna knock him out anyway. With that, as Izuku feels kind of nervous, since after what Tifa just said to him, Cecil notices this and says, "Izuku, why do you feel so nervous? Even though you didn't win, you still made second place. You should feel honored, my friend." As Izuku says, "I am. It's just, hey, can I ask you something after all this is over? It's in private, dude." As he's saying, "Of course." Soon after, All Might gives out their medals, with everyone hyped to see All Might there. He gives out the medals to both Bakugo and Tifa, their third place medals, as he tells them that they have quite good experience, abilities, and that they still need to work on them. As Bakugo still pissed off, saying that he will never earn such a title. He didn't get number one. He didn't get the number one spot. As saying that after that he had no choice but to take it anyway. With that, as he gives the second place medal to Izuku, saying, "Young Midoriya, you are quite strong and have strong abilities. If anything, keep on growing and keep giving everything you got to reach your point." As Izuku smiles with getting this medal from his hero, his mentor, but he also feels down that he didn't even get first place, feeling like maybe One for All should go to somebody like Cecil instead. After that, he gives the first place medal to Cecil, with Cecil welcomingly opening himself to the medal, as he tells him that he's gotten this far not just due to his training, but due to the support of his classmates, his fellow participants, and was able to push himself due to his closest friend, Izuku Midoriya. As everyone is surprised to see Cecil being such a humble person, as he tells them, "My friends are my everything. It's because of them I've made it this far." As he's saying, so cliche, but understandable, as he feels the same way. With that, the UA Sports Festival comes to an end. With that, Izuku finally confronts Cecil and asks him the question that he wanted. As Cecil asks, "Okay, Izuku, may I ask, what is the reason why you..." Without some notice, he pins him to the wall and tells him, "Cecil, tell me, how did you and Rosa first dated?" As he's saying, "Wait, what?" As he's asking, "How did you and Rosa ended up dating?" I need to know. I have no idea what to do. As Cecil is just confused and wondering, where is this coming from, Izuku? You've always been more calm, cool, and collective. What's happened? As Izuku explained that both Tifa and Ochako basically, confessed their love for him at the same time. And both of them are going to be pining for his affection. And even though he likes both of them at the same time. As Cecil is literally shocked and surprised hearing this, believing and just begins laughing like crazy as Izuku saying, "Why the hell are you laughing, dude?" As Cecil saying, "My apologies, my friend. It's just, I've never expected anyone to ask me for relationship advice. And you had to be the first, if I'm going to be honest. As I'll give you what I done. I basically told Rosa how I felt. And she told me that she felt the same. That's all that matters. But see, your situation is way more, complicated than mine. Why not just spend time with them? Get to know them more and figure out who do you like the most. Don't you, when you agree?" As Izuku saying, "But again, I like them both equally. I can't just decide over one of them." As Cecil saying, "Well, it's your decision. Unless they're willing to share you." As Izuku begins thinking, "Oh my god." As Cecil realized, I see. Well then, you know what to do, Izuku. I'll see you later." As Cecil walks off, Izuku contemplates on what he needs to do. As the day ends and the sports festival ends as well, Izuku decides to walk to Tifa's place since she lives around in the same neighborhood as him anyway, and actually asks her out, as she's happy to hear this, and decides, as the two of them just decide to hang out a bit. They didn't go anywhere special, just spend time together, and that's all she could ever ask for, just wanting to be with Izuku. As their little hangout date just ends, Tifa actually gives Izuku a kiss on the cheek and leaves. After that, Izuku already heard on what happened to Ingenium, as he realized that's Ida's older brother, Tensei Ida, who lost the feeling in his legs and was attacked by the hero killer. After that, Izuku began worrying about his other friend. The next day, class is about to start back up, and Izuku decides to take his bike out again. As Izuku didn't take the train and doesn't get recognized about him being at the sports festival. However, a couple people didn't notice who he was since he was riding his bike, but they didn't say hi to him. After that, Izuku did his usual thing, hiding his motorcycle and keeping it from people's eyes. And the most part, he had to keep it more safe since it was raining out. After keeping his bike safe and covered, and he ran into Ida, as Ida says, "Midoriya, what are you doing? You're going to be late." As Izuku saying, "But we're only a little bit we're still at least 20 minutes early." As he's saying, "It's always proper to be early for class." As they both ran as fast as they can up to UA. As Izuku was about to ask, "Hey, Ida, about your brother, can I?" As he's saying, Don't worry, Midoriya. I'm okay. But even so, if you still need somebody to talk to, I'm always here for you, man. We're friends after all." as Ida saying, "Thank you, Midoriya." Soon after, Cecil soon appeared and saying, "My friends, it's good to see you again. A glorious day after what happened at the sports festival." As he's saying, "Hey Cecil, thanks for the advice yesterday. I really appreciate it." As Cecil's saying, "I'm glad I could help. Even my advice wasn't enough at all." As Ida begins thinking, what advice did Midoriya need, Harvey? As Cecil's saying, "No need to concern you, my friend. It's nothing you need to worry about." Soon after heading to Class 1A, Izuku accidentally bumped into somebody. As Izuku saying, "Sorry, I didn't mean to." While looking up, he sees that this person is tall and has long blonde hair. As he's saying, "You should at least try and watch where you're going. I am just as much to blame as well. For that, I am sorry." And walks off. As Izuku saying, "Who the heck is that guy? I've never seen him before." As Cecil saying, "I think that was Kane Highwind." As Izuku saying, "Wait, Kane Highwind. Wait, you mean like Highwind, like the Highwind Hero Agency?" As Ida even thinks, "I've heard of that agency. It's basically a family if I recall, it's a family agency composed just like the Ida and Genium agency. It's an agency composed of only family members. And I believe that Kane Highwind is a third year here at UA. And so he's almost a full-fledged pro. If that's the case, we can't. I guess I should show a lot more respect to my seniors after all." As Cecil's saying, "I wouldn't be so sure. Kane is a really good guy when you get to know him." As Izuku's saying, "It almost sounds like you know him personally." As Cecil's saying, "It's complicated between the two of us." After that, the three of them will split off, with Izuku and Ida heading into Class 1A, and with everyone hyped hearing about the being in the sports festival, on how everyone recognizes them. However, Sero is still pretty down, especially on what a couple of kids told him. "Nice try." As Suyu saying, "Nice try." And he groans, feeling down. As Bakugo is pretty pissed off, as he's basically growling in his seat, saying, as he's saying, "Hey Deku, don't get a big head just because you got second place. I'll make sure to take you down next year, and to show how strong I really am." As Izuku saying, "Alright, whatever, Kachan. I do look forward to beating you, because I never got the chance. But you're gonna have to overcome Cecil first." As Bakugo realized, "I hate that guy with a passion. That light dark guy's going down. That bastard, I'm gonna kill him." As soon after, Tifa shows up behind Izuku and basically just gives off a little smile and saying, "Good morning." As Izuku saying, "Morning, Tifa." Ochako kind of like notices how the two of them look at each other and kind of feels a little bit down a little bit. Soon after, Aizawa comes in fully healed, as he realized, as they're all glad that he's no longer bandaged up. Soon after, he tells them that they're going to be having an important class today, being Hero Informatics, as everyone is surprised and are basically terrified, thinking that that some of them are not that good at it, which being hero laws. As he tells him, "It's time for you to pick your code names. Time to choose your hero identities now." As everyone gets excited and is basically hyped, as Aizawa activates his quirk and shuts everybody back up. He tells them all to remember to choose their names wisely. Depending on what name you choose, especially here during your high school career, it will stick to you for the rest of your life. So make sure you choose wisely, as everyone wonders what they'll be choosing for their hero name. As Izuku wonders for himself, begins thinking on what he should do for his hero name, what he should use for his hero name. He always looked up to All Might, but he mostly looked up to Zack the most. And think about what his hero name would be if he chose Zack's name, Soldier. As everyone in class as well, hero name are all the same. The only difference being Zidane. His hero name is the Transcend Hero, the Angel of Light. As everyone is surprised, wondering why would Zidane choose a name like that, especially as he feels like it's the proper name. It's more of a homage to his older brother in a way, as everyone was thinking and begins rooting for him anyway, and also to help get more of the ladies in a way, just to have a cool name. And then the cheers begin starting to go back down. Zidane goes back to his seats, and soon Tifa comes up with her hero name, and that being the Brawler hero, Seventh Heaven. As Midnight approves of the name too, as Izuku was surprised, wondering why Seventh Heaven, as Izuku was more confused and asked Tifa why the name Seventh Heaven, as she tells her that I always wanted a place that I wanted to call Seventh Heaven, a place where everyone can be happy, a place where no one has to worry about anything, let their worries fly away. So I want to choose that name to be my hero name. Do you think it's a little childish? As Izuku's saying, not at all. It kind of fits you in a way. As Izuku still decides to bring up his hero name, as he decides to go with this. He decides to choose the name, the Honor Hero, Soldier Deku. As everyone wonders, why the name Soldier Deku? As he's saying, Soldier was Zack's hero name. So I want to inherit that name. I didn't just inherit. I decided to become his living legacy and all, so it only seems right to take his name as well. But make it my own as well. So it has to be this name. Sure, the name Deku, I used to hate it. Pretty much still do. But it's also a part of me now. And a couple people did tell me Deku can mean for something different after all. So that's why this has to be my hero name. Soldier Deku. As everyone is surprised, hyped, and actually shocked, with Ochako and Tifa smiling gracefully, truly smiling at Izuku, honoring his big brother. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And tell me what you guys think. Also, like and subscribe, which I would enjoy the video. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.